Hey guys, hope everyone's well. It's your boy MKS again. I say your boy because I'm not sure for my age. Can't believe I'm 37, but anyway. So can't think of much else to say, but I'm just going to try and go straight onto the list. What I was talking about. I'll say point 21. Oh, by the way, if you just stumbled across this video, please check out part 1 and 2 because then it'll make more sense. It's quite late now. I still haven't had my shower and it's 11:15, so I'll try and crack on. I wanted to make quite a few videos, but I don't know if I'll have enough time. Anyway, I'll go onto the list. Point 21. As I spoke about before, I think it'd be great if disabled people and people of color, disadvantaged people from disadvantaged communities support each other's YouTube channels. I think that'd be really cool. Just generally, like, in Black History Month, as I call it, Black History and Empowerment Month in October, last month, of course, I tried to support as many Black, especially African YouTubers as possible. So I'd love it if people of color supported me as well and each other. And I think having enough diversity on YouTube would be really good, especially people from disadvantaged backgrounds supporting each other. As I've talked about before, like people who struggle to get jobs in the real world or whatever you want to call it, or the average world, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, in mainstream society, we'll say. I think that would be the easy way of putting it. So, I think supporting each other as people of color, disabled people, and whatever other communities. 22, I think if we support disabled and minority or ethnic or people of color on YouTubers, whatever, I think, in Western countries, for instance, there'd be less, like disabled people, there'd be less need for benefits or support. So YouTube, I've thought of this idea for quite a while. It's like, and one of the reasons why I wanted to make my own YouTube channel as well. And if I talked about the reasons why I wanted to make a YouTube channel, then maybe some people would think, oh, that's quite good, a noble idea, hopefully. So hopefully they'd think that. So hopefully people would want to support me, but obviously not everyone's going to agree, but so people wouldn't need as many benefits, and also maybe people who have low self-esteem, like a lot of people end up in jail. They've got problems, either mental health problems or learning disabilities or whatever. And maybe YouTube could be a way, like they could express themselves via YouTube, and that could, you never know, I think that could hopefully cut crime and help people to become financially independent, in which case we wouldn't need as much benefits, we wouldn't need as much benefits, but also prison. A lot of people say prison, like a lot of people in the West, in the world, but like say in America and Britain, I often hear people complain about people being on benefits or taxes or how you have to pay taxes. But a lot of people say we should jail more people. Well, but jail costs a lot of money. To put someone in prison, I think it costs a lot more than almost anyone on benefits. So if you can cut the cost of sending people to prison, which are paid for by taxpayers, then it would actually probably save a lot more than, say, benefits. Like, say, for instance, people with disabilities who have a lot of children. Let's say a family. I say that because there's specific cases. So if there's families with a lot of children or with disabilities, they might cost a lot of money. But I think there's benefit caps anyway. So a prison, I think, to keep someone in prison for 24 hours costs about £900. So a lot of people don't think about that. They think that we should have a stronger justice system, but actually it costs a lot of money. So the people who complain about higher taxes and people being on benefits, it actually costs more money to put people in prison. The reason why I mention that is because, going to my point about YouTube, I think it'd be good if as few people as possible preferably none really, relied on benefits. If there are ways where people who struggle to get jobs or keep jobs, like me, I'm probably pretty much unemployable. Really. I don't have a huge amount of skills, so if I could make a living on YouTube, I think that that could help me to become independent. And I'm sure other people, maybe they're the same as well, like people who end up in prison because they have so many problems, could express themselves on YouTube, and maybe that could de-stress people and make them less likely to commit crimes or end up having a cycle of where they go to prison and don't know how to escape that cycle. So I hope that makes sense anyway. If we support each other and make YouTube a way for people to become self-independent, self-reliant. So we can cut cut crime and cut the prison population, cut people having to go to prison. I mean, if you know what I mean, and also try and make people as reliant as possible and not relying on benefits and things like that as much as possible. I think that would be great. And if YouTube is a way to do that, or the best way, I can't think of many other ways which could help people. So I hope that makes some sense. But so basically, YouTube could be used to help people become more self-reliant and independent. Sorry about that. Tea was getting cold, so I had to drink it before it gets too cold. I think there was something else I was going to say, but I can't quite remember. But yeah, a lot of people complain about people on benefits, but they sort of say that we should lock more people up, or we should be strict on crime and things like that. But I think what people don't realise is to deal with crime actually costs a lot of money. As I say, to put someone in jail for 24 hours, I think it costs like 900 quid. You can double check that if you want, and post in the comments if I've got that wrong. But in the UK, so I don't know about America, so it costs the taxpayer a lot of money. It probably costs more than it costs benefits. I'm not saying we should do either of those things necessarily, but obviously sometimes those things are necessary. But if you can make people reliant and also help them to grow their self-esteem and not commit as much crime, then I think that makes our society in the West as well a lot better. But as I've often talked about, I want to help people, as I say, in what I call the four. Again, please refer to my previous videos to find that out. Sorry. So I hope that made sense. Anyway, I'm going to move on to 23. And as I mentioned before, so sorry for repeating myself, but I normally have these strange patterns. So 23 is a number I use for fundraising or philanthropy or charitability. So I'm hoping people will be charitable and support this channel. Oh, yeah, that was the point I was going to make in point 22, actually. I just remembered. Someone was talking about this young lady who was on Instagram or something like that, and her Instagram account got shut down. A lot of people, there's a video about someone saying that she was upset because she had to go and get a real job, if you like. So I thought, I bet people might think, I should be careful, because people might think the same about me. They might be like, oh, this guy doesn't want a regular job, so he's trying to make YouTube to make a lot of money, or whatever people might assume or think. Or I've already talked about, I don't want to make a lot of money, most of it I give to charity, but they might think, oh, he doesn't want to work, he just wants to make a YouTube channel. So I'm assuming they're going to assume. But anyway, that's the risk I take, I suppose. But yeah, look, if more people support my channel, the more I can help more people as well. As I say, disabled or disadvantaged groups. Sorry for repeating myself, but supporting each other, I think would be great. And others people supporting disabled YouTubers, I think would be awesome. Like, as I said, there'd be less need for benefits, but people wouldn't have to struggle. Like, if they can't get a job, rather than saying, oh, they just have to. Obviously, what would people say to a disabled person who can't get a job? Are people saying that they shouldn't have any money? Sorry, but so obviously, if people can't get a job, they have to rely on benefits, unfortunately, unless they're going to start off, I suppose. So if people want to cut benefits, I think we need to find a way to help people who, especially in an increasingly competitive environment, like I'd love to see everyone have some sort of career, preferably one they enjoy, and have everyone to have shelter, enough to eat and drink. But I think, as I say, YouTube, hope I'm making some sense, and I'm probably laughing, but I think YouTube could potentially be a way in which people are empowered to become independent, and hopefully less reliant on the state, but also that they don't struggle themselves financially. Hope that makes sense, as I say. And I'd love to also support the poorest people. Like, one of my dreams is to support the poorest 10%, because I have these strange figures. I always used to talk about 10% figures. But I love to support 10% poorest people in every possible country. And pretty much everyone to have a house, everyone to have enough to eat and drink. So I know that's probably a pipe dream, but that's a big dream of mine. 24, I hope people from Africa, Asia, as I say, the four what I talked about, will support me, and I'll support their channels. I hope to fundraise for them to have their own channels, and also that, so I hope that indigenous or native YouTubers will subscribe to me and comment on my videos and things like that. And if they comment, for instance, I can support their channel back. So indigenous or native or African or Asian YouTubers that I haven't heard of before, I can look at, I can find out about them as well more. So we support each other as well. So obviously it's not a one-way street. And most of my channel really is about supporting those groups as much as it is supporting myself, if not more. As some people say, there's no completely altruistic ideal. Like, anyway, sorry, I'm probably going off on tangents or babbling. So 25, yeah, again, anyone who supports or agrees with my opinions, like, for instance, supporting republics, as I said, if I do well enough to make enough money, I'll donate some to republics or people like that, or support networks for republics or entrepreneurs from republics and things like that. 26, again, if people support me, then I can help to reparate parts of Africa or Asia. I can look to how to donate as much profits as I can. So I'm hoping my channel will grow big enough. And I must admit, I'm clutching at straws now. I'm struggling to think of any more ideas, but I know I have these obsessions. We're trying to get to lists of 30, but yeah, 27. I'll say, you know, if I've subscribed to other people, hopefully they'll subscribe to me back, so we can share, or we can support each other mutually beneficial. Like I said, two-way street. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and that kind of thing. I hope it works anyway, but like subscribe and things like that. And 28, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make the world a better place. That's the goal anyway. I'll do my best through YouTube and the projects I wish to support. 29, I hope that I'm trying to think. I'm hoping to do a list of another 30-point list of who I think should support my YouTube channel, or who this channel would be mostly targeted at. And 30, I'll say anyone is welcome to support my channel. And obviously, well, not just welcome, but I'd really appreciate it. I'll say I hope that list wasn't too cringeworthy, and I hope it made some sense and wasn't too boring. And I'll say hopefully one day I'll make an entertaining video that will entertain people. I will try and do so. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at telling jokes or whatever, but I'll do my best to find something funny or something entertaining or enjoyable. And as I often say, if you post below in the comment section, if you post anything, if you post anything you'd like to see, it would help me to know what I can create that would be more entertaining. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I hope someone out there liked it. like this video, as I say. Apologies if it wasn't that great. I hope it was. Peace and love, guys. I lost my train of thought now.